On the 21st day of December, my true love gave to me a new way to think of whining so I can lovingly and fully stretch my body. Ah! Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rhythm and Wine with Karen and Aline. Here is where we explore this beautiful dance discipline of whining and all of its varied expressions with your amazing, wonderful body. Ah, amen. Today is day 21 of our Come Together series, and today we are going to stretch. Stretch in our wine. Okay, everything we're going to do with the wine, but we're going to really elongate it and feel a nice, wonderful stretch head to toe with a move that we do regularly. Okay, when you be whining around all over the place, it is still happening, but today we're just gonna mm, give it some juice, really lean into it, and take 30 minutes to enjoy that sensation. So come join me. You already know I got on my comfy socks, so I am ready to go. All right, come. Let's meet. Let's meet here. First of all, sorry, we're gonna meet here, but I think I'm gonna start wide today, guys. Find a stance that feels good for you. Right now, we're gonna drop into some play, and no pressure to start the stretch right now. It's happening regardless, but it's nice to drop into play first, just to get ourselves mentally there. We're like, no, this is my time. I can do whatever I like with my wine. I can explore my wine how I like, be thinking about myself differently. So this is why I like to drop into play first, especially for me. So I'm going to start wide. I'm going to find my stance. We're going to take some big, wonderful, I want to say wondrous. I really need to look that up if that's a word. Wonderful breaths. Oh. Okay, so let's find our stance. Push up, maybe tuck the pelvis, hold the core a bit, and bring a big breath all the way up. And then exhale. Oh, let everything rest. 2 more like this. Let's go. Big, 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 big. Oh, relax the neck. Sorry. Relax the shoulders. I even find I'm pulling my shoulders down. No necesito. Just gently. One more. And as I do that, I'm going to pay attention to my posture, tuck my pelvis a bit, hold my core, and really breathe as deep as I can and push off the floor. It's a lot going on. Let's go. Ah, we are here. We are here. Okay. Now I'm going to sink a little for me. I'm going to find my comfortable stance and let's play a little bit. So maybe for you, that's rocking side to side. Maybe you step into a classic wine. No matter what's feeling lovely, uh, play with opposite direction. Ampy whiners, baby. Ampy whiners over here. But also to massage both ways, you know? Maybe you bring the chest some more. Take some more deep breaths into that lift. We're going to bring some breath today too. Switch directions. I may look a little wonky, okay, because I'm really trying to come on, take up the space, move bigger. We're there's no one beside you. This isn't a packed Kes concert. We can really We can really go for it. Hmm. Maybe you sink a little lower. Maybe you switch up your minds. Gonna side tap for a sec. Up and down. Pulse a little bit. Let's stay here for just a couple more seconds. Just be like, I am here. We press play. It's time to whine. It is time to whine and stretch. Maybe you do something a little bit more funky. Or you're like, that's what have you been doing the past couple minutes, my girl? I've been there the whole time. That's so, amen. That'd be amazing. Oh, I would just love to be in like wherever you guys are, like people's living rooms, just like yes, yes. But it feels that way. It feels that way right now. All right. When you're ready, meet me at the top. Oh yes. Anything we want, we do. Anything. Okay. Stretch time, which it was already happening, as I said, but now we're just going to really elongate it. I am going to bring my feet, my thighs touching, my feet V'd, because that's the stance that helps me. I'm going to find my stance again. Let's find our stance again together. So take another big breath and bring it all the way up. You know, don't lock the knees, tuck the pelvis, hold the core, relax the shoulders. All very nice, gentle check-ins. Okay. That same thing we do with our stance, we're going to do again in a spinal flexion, but this time we're going to go very low, as low as you can, low and come up and make it big. So let's try together. We're going to sink as low as you can in the stance. And it's like my thighs are touching. As low as you can. If that's not comfortable, then just adjust, like slightly part them or do what you need to do. Go low, as low as you can, and we're gonna push up, pulling the hips forward, and let that undulation be very nice and big and long. Okay, so like this. Okay, let's try that again together. Push, and I think I need to move a bit slower. I personally am like just move a little bit slower here. We are gonna speed up. Push, pull the hips forward. Big breath, let it come, and just arch the back. Arch the back. Pull the shoulders back a little bit. Now let's bring the breath because that might help. We'll do it 2 more times, but with an inhale on the way up. So maybe you inhale, exhale to lower, and then we're going to inhale and do this on the way up. Let's go. One more and do it as big as you can. I still find I'm holding back on this and I don't know why. I don't want to hurt myself, so don't hurt yourself, but I really want to just allow that stretch to happen. So let's go. Big inhale and push up. Ah, that felt better. Now let's speed it up a little bit. You can do it with your breath if that's helpful, but it's to be pushing off the floor and letting it like really elongate the entire way. So like, let's try it. Push up, push up. And the reason, do this repeatedly, like we've done this before, but to do this repeatedly with the mindset of a stretch is then it's not about the move. It's actually about all the things happening, the muscles, the ligaments, everything that actually happens to make this undulation possible. Keep going. If you want to go a little faster, you can. Like, yeah. Come on, come with me. Come with me. Trust me. And if you're like, no, thanks, go slower. Go slower. Go much slower. And if going a little smaller is helpful, go ahead. But it's just the way we're thinking of this, like, is to stretch it. So it's like, are we stretching the legs? Are we really pushing up? Are we letting this torso stretch here? Are we letting the neck stretch? Are we letting the shoulder blades feel a little bit, you know? A couple more. And then we're going to reverse it. Where we're going to push down and push back and come up. It's like so. Push down, push back, and come up. And if it helps to put your hands on your knees, hands on your knees, hands on your knees to give, to like really get the lean in and pull back. Helps to bring the breath. I'm trying not to say exactly how to do this because I genuinely think it's going to look different for every single person. It's the wave that you're catching with yourself. So when you're pushing off the floor and you're pulling back and bringing the chest and like literally letting that movement travel up, bringing the chest forward and letting it travel up, and you'll have this natural like shoom. Again, it does not have to look like me at all. At all. You can be right here, so just be thinking not of what it looks like, but of the stretch. Couple more. Oh, that was a very sorry, that was very throaty breath. Push off and bring the breath. One more big one in your style. Hold the shoulders. Nice. Oh, we've warmed up the spine some. A little faster. Sorry, let's go a little faster if you like. Bring the shoulders, and I don't rush with this. I don't want to, because it takes that repetition for me to actually be like, oh yes, I'm stretching it. I'm pushing off the floor to like kind of keep doing my scan, and then it becomes a little bit more enjoyable. Maybe you speed up a little more. Stretch it. Push off. All right, let's meet. You will meet. Hi. Nice spine warm up. Here, let's find our stance. Anyone you like. I'm going to go thighs slightly parted here. Just push off the floor. Big breath. Relax. And we're going to do something we have done a couple times together, which is to bring the arms up. Like reach them. Hopefully the mic's not going crazy. So I'm going to have mine just a little forward so that the mic is not making noise. But to reach the arms up, drop the shoulders a little bit. Maybe reach the arms a little more, drop the shoulders a little more. I'm playing with this opposition too, because sometimes as soon as my arms come up, my shoulders hike. It's not great. It doesn't feel great after a while. So lift my arms up, drop the shoulders, push off the floor, tuck the pelvis, hold the core. I'm doing my own scan with you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe you lean back a little bit, like where's the weight transfer on the feet? Whew. Okay, and we're gonna circle. But this time, as we circle in our upper body and our wine, is to allow that side stretch. So this right now I have to play with because I'm like, what feels the best and isn't like cranking anything. So it could be that I'm dropping it to my waist first. Like, okay, let me wind first. And maybe that's helpful. Like we wind first here, and then we bring the upper body, and then the arms. And we do another check-in with the shoulders to release them. You hold the core a little bit and just stretch it out. A couple more times on this side and then switch. Switch directions. And if your arms are like your shoulders are starting to speak, you can always drop it like this. Give them a break for a bit and still feel that stretch. And maybe you slow it down when you go around the circle. Yes, yes, let's try that. Slow it down on the circle. Yeah. Breathe into the lifts. Breathe, breathe. Oh, deep breath. Whine and stretch. Come on now. Oh, maybe switch directions again. Or if you're like, I went back into my direction like me, I'm going to go around and around different directions. Drop the shoulders, reach, reach. Stretch that, stretch it. Okay, let's bring it down. Breathe into the chest. Circle this a couple times. Still warm up the spine. It feels so lovely. Stretch this out. Stretch this out. And you'll know, you're like, I'm looking for the stretch in my back and I'm pushing off the floor. So I'm like stretching my legs, pulling back my shoulders a little bit, stretching here, switch directions, stretch, breathe. Stretch it, stretch it. Okay, let's raise the arms one more time and speed it up just a tad. Whiner's choice. You can be like, hiya, hiya. Just caution. If you are at this speed, no problem. Just remember it's to stretch. So it's to like really be reaching the arms up, dropping the shoulders, and like maybe you're pushing off the floor a bit more even to stretch that side. Maybe you push back a little more to really get the stretch, and then you switch directions. Oh yeah. Or your arms could be dropped. You could be moving a little slower if you like, and just maybe you push back to stretch the sides. Maybe you hadn't incorporate a lean. Whatever gets you to that whine and stretch, because we're gonna have different parts of our body that needs that stretching. Like we're gonna have, like for me, I'm like, oh, I really need it in my side. You like my hips, or you maybe like it's actually my back. Like my back is needing this right now. So whatever is getting you to drop in and elongate and whine it out. Okay, let's come back. And we're going to drop this stretch awareness to the waist. And we've been whining this 21 days straight now. We've done this. We've been whining. But what I like to do is like, it's almost like an articulation, but I really want to like clock out each hip and slow it down and around. Like, I mean, even a lean. Okay, so let's find our nice classic whine, and then we're gonna slow it down. And you can tell I'm excited. I'm very excited. Slow it down and just push out whichever hip you're on, right, left. Bring it round. Then you bring the whole body. The chest leans forward a little bit. You pull the shoulders back. Ah, yes. You bring it forward. This is going to look different for everyone. This is going to look different. So you don't have to be in so pronounced if that's not helpful. You could be working in the sides, you know, or full. You bring the upper body, but it's to whine and let that, when you come around to the side, it's like, yes, honey, yes. Come to the front. Next side. Oh, back. You don't even have to be moving at my pace. You can be going much slower. But it's stretch it. Push off the floor still. Karen. Push off the floor still. And when you're ready, switch directions, which immediately feels so different. And maybe here. Oh, yes. I so feel that. Ah. Sorry guys. I've been looking forward to this day so much. Stretch it, okay? And now we're gonna side tap in this, which is our side tap like so. And again, we're gonna just bring it, side tap it. And when we come up, let's lean back just a little. Now I'm being cautious because I realize like something's happening with my lower back because I'm like sinking into, I'm like something's happening with my pelvis. So I'm going to like really be trying to elongate my upper body, like push off the floor, stand up, so that when I side tap and lean, the stretch is here and not from my back, if you know what I mean. Okay, side tap and lean just a little or as much. No. Side tap. Oh, this movement I have to do a little smaller for me. But you might be like way under, which is, oh yes. Really breathe into it, push off the floor. All right, let's see if we could speed this up just a little bit. Big breath, big. Just a little bit more. Speed up if you like. Stretch that side, stretch it, let it come all the way up to the neck. Oh, my neck just gave a nice little cricks. All right, and let's drop it back to the waist in our whine. Stretch it out any direction. Maybe you play with both directions and then speed it up just a little. But it's not about the speed nor the move. It's about warming up. You guessed it, the stretch, baby. The stretch is what's most important. Sorry, I'm still side tapping. I want maybe that works. Push off the floor. Push off. Tuck the pelvis. That's gonna help. Okay, smoke. Maybe you go a little faster for a couple seconds. Let's see. All right. Come up. let's do this. You're like, yeah, she's about to, wine and go down. Of course. This this I want to be careful with because a wine and go down is such a beautiful, fun way to move. But again, this purpose is not like wine and go down, is to experience the elongation today of like what it is like when we are going down and pushing off the floor on the way down, and like even the stretch in our quads when we um, maybe lift the heels, no matter your level. And then as we come up, that stretch, we might do that with an undulation. Okay, so find your stance. I'm gonna try this wide because I also want to stretch the hips. But if you're like, I'm okay, I just want to do like more back, you can be closer together. Let's find our stance, push up. Maybe you push up and really like feel that deep breath and stretch. Tuck the pelvis, hold the core. All right, let's slowly sink with a nice wine. But we're gonna pay attention here. So I'm like, okay, I'm pushing off the floor. I'm watching my knees, my balance. I'm pushing off the floor here. And I'm literally trying to like, as I'm going down, I'm actually trying to bring my body up. So like, wah. That makes sense. Like I'm like, maybe that might help with a deep breath in as you lower. Relax the shoulders. Maybe you lift the heels, whatever you're halfway. We pause here just for a moment. Oh, very tippy today. Wind it out for a sec. Wind it out. Feel that stretch. And then lower. Lower as you push off. Lower, lower. Sorry, I paused my wine. I need to come in a little. My hips don't like that. And these hips don't lie. They do not. Okay. Here on the floor, massage it out. And maybe for you, that's in a juk, to rock back and forth. I have to use the floor today. Do whatever works to like massage it out. And then we're going to push up in an undulation, one big undulation, and really push up. Let it come to the top. Let's go. Push. Oh, I got a little bit of a head rush. Take a minute. Let's try again. Adjust my stance. Let's try one more time. Going down, and as we go down, we're like pulling up, even enjoying the sensation of a nice wine and the feel in the hips. Ooh, let's find our stance. Get some deliciousness up in here. And let's go wind down. And maybe in this, you're like, I'm also going to stretch my neck and look. I highly recommend to look where you're going. Okay, maybe you're halfway and the heels lift, or you're like, no, I'm at the floor, my girl. Where are you? And you just whine a little bit and then drop it. See? I like this stance. And then at your floor, just massage it out just a little, both directions. I'm going to push up with an undulation and push like you've never pushed up before in your wine and go down. Let's go. Oh, let's do a couple neck rolls up here. Oh, just a couple, which could be side to side. Maybe you're looking. If you want to add a wine to this, like maybe we should. If you're like, I just want what just happened to settle, go ahead. Guys, I'm feeling it. Okay, I'm feeling it. One more wine and go down. One more wine and go down because I feel like on the way down, I am I want to concentrate more for me on this like pull up as I lower and like what's the stretch even in the back of my heels as I lift. And you don't have to go all the way again to feel that. You can be like here and kind of just feel what that's like. See, and as soon as I like push off the floor and elongate my body, I get it. But I wasn't paying attention the last time, honestly. So let's try and maybe take our time in this. And it might be helpful. Find your stance here. It might be helpful this time not to go all the way down. We'll see. And slowly sink. Maybe pushing off the floor. Oh, elongating the upper body, like pulling it up as if someone's like grabbing your head and pulling you, which is not the greatest analogy, but you know what I mean. Maybe halfway you lift the heels. Oh, feel that wine. Oh, alternate directions, side tap it, juke it. Let the heat come, let the heat come. Drop it down to the floor as you push off. Yes, okay, I'm still working on that. And then we're ready. Push up. Oh, in an undulation. Let's go. Mm. Guys, I am lost in the sauce right now. Lost in the sauce. Oh, okay. As I outro, let's take find anything that we did today that you really, really like. So I'm gonna do some spinal undulations. Maybe you're doing a like, nice big open wine. Just want to tell you on this winter solstice day, on what can be a really busy weekend, we just took a moment to whine and stretch, baby. Hello. Yes. And you know, I know sometimes even for me, I'd be like, oh, it's the same moves over and over. And it's like, yes, that is literally what we do in effect, or in your whining. It's the same thing over and over. But just taking a minute to explore different ways to think about it has been so helpful for me. Because I'm like, I whine, yes, and I do sometimes elongate in my moves, but I don't know if I've ever like treated it like a stretch in and of itself. You know what I mean? So this I like. I like. I hope you do too. And one of my favorite YouTubers, spiritual leaders, Jadina, said like the repetition, just like you get ads and it's repeated over and over and over again. That's what we're doing. We're like building our muscle memory and our repetition of this move and all the ways that we express it. Even if it's just a classic wine, every day's different. You know, every moment's different. So that's what we're doing together. Together, hands in the air. Put your hands in the air. Ah, you guys, amen. Thank you, thank you. I don't like fight. No, no, no. Forget wrong and right. No, no, no. We only have one life. Eh. Okay, head over to Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook at Rhythm and Wine 44. You'll see me stretch this out, whine and stretch to a song. Yes, it's possible. You'll see me do this in a fete. If you ever see me, you see me there like, just know I'm stretching. It may look like a dance. Um, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. I so appreciate it. Ooh, guys, 4 more days. Amen. You're doing amazing. Enjoy this. Enjoy. Hopefully, you go put on a song and just stretch your body and wind that out. Or maybe like, no, it's time to power up. Whatever feels good, go do it. All right. Thank you so, so much. I will see you tomorrow for day 22.